Flow tip, my guy, Doc F.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How you doing this week, my guy?
I'm not doing too bad, brother. How are you doing this week?
Same. Chilling, enjoying life in the midst of all the crazy shit that's going on in our world these days. That's all we can do, you know?
Oh, 100%. Yeah. They ain't no lie about that.
So, we kind of had a busy week, y'all. We had another attempted Trump shooting, all kind of craziness going on with all that.
Oh,
We,
yeah.
in our shit, want to start off with some other shit, though. So,
Absolutely.
how about that second round of UAP files, my friend?
How about them aliens?
How about them alien boys?
How about them alien boys? That's such a good question. Yeah. So, full disclosure of the alien files, quote unquote, has been the what is this? This is the second round, right?
Yep.
Of what they were dropping with the US war stuff and everything like that. Well, I don't know, it's some panic on site. The hell is it? Like you www dot what's the name of the site? Where they're housing all the files and everything on it,
Oh,
retaining all the data. It's all over Twitter right now. Let me give me 2 seconds, chat.
war.gov/UFO.
Yep. War.gov/UFO. Let me write that down, chat. War.
Matter of fact, since we
Gov
we 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 jumping right into it
slash.
this week, I'll go ahead and switch us to the classroom real quick. Hold on. So
Oh yeah,
we in there.
straight to the classroom.
Okay. So
Absolutely. Everything's still good here. Chat. Audio sound good, chat.
audio good chat. Yo. We still with you.
Aye, we're still here. Yeah. So far, no audio problems, chat. Let's pray to God that it stays that way.
Hey, fingers crossed. We trying to keep it crispy this week, y'all.
Absolutely. We're trying to get a little bit more reformed, and we got some huge announcements coming up later in this podcast. But let's keep going right into it.
So
All right.
second wave UAP files, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Um, this kind of my sentiment about the whole thing, but what do you think of them?
Release
Did,
the Epstein file.
you
I think
know,
that's real.
that
I
you know
think
what I'm saying?
I think,
That's kind of
that
my
one's got my
sentiment.
ticket.
But it's I don't know. There was of course some interesting blurry dot videos and some crazy blob
Oh
spinny
yeah, I love
thing
it too, bro.
videos. You know, it was great. It looked like it was
It
one video looked like some dolphins under the water. It was cool. It was just
it made
glowing.
me think of how like it's always like the government has like better technology than us. I'm sure they got like this HD 4K footage of these aliens coming down. Like think about what they use for that. I'm like, yeah, for sure. And then they drop this. This stuff is grainy World War II level footage. And it's for like thermal sights and like all different types of more techie stuff, right? There's a reason it's filmed the way it's filmed, which no one's denying that. But it's like, dope. How is any of this concrete proof or evidence or what is it?
Right, like
What is it
we
trying to
want the
show? Yeah,
videos and pictures from the satellites that y'all niggas was using in Enemy of the State
yeah.
type
And
shit.
then
You know what I'm
have
saying?
you see? Yeah, have you went on this website?
Oh yeah.
This website feels like something out of 2077 Cyberpunk, right? Look at the design on this website. This shit looks like it's trying to make you look super future, space age, Space Force, let's go type shit. And it's just a bunch of like little videos or little files and stuff, but nothing's like super concrete. It's all just speculation.
And and
Not
now
what I've
okay.
wanted from those. Not what I
So
wanted from this wave of files.
that's it. That's it. It's stuff that's been not only speculated for years in the UFO communities and shit like that, but people like Jeremy Corbell, who I don't want to get started on him. I have feelings about him, but regardless of what you think, he's a big personality and figure in the UAP community, right?
Absolutely.
Um, he had a video that just dropped in his most recent like documentary life story type shit that was in
Yeah.
these recent war.gov releases. So
So
like
like,
it's not even like it's new to the public type shit. It's essentially a lot of shit that we've already seen over the years, and they're just like, here, yeah, you right. It was
as
something weird. We don't know what it was either. But it's not aliens. It's not disclosure. You know what I mean?
and basically, okay, so through your time spent on this side of looking into stuff, you're saying a majority of what's been released is just stuff that's already been leaked or whistleblowers have told us. Because I get a sense of that too. It's like a few of these clips seem very familiar.
Yeah, man. It's a lot of stuff that either we've heard testimony about already, which is cool. You know, glad to see that it exists, or videos that we've already seen over the past 5 years that were more than likely intentionally leaked by them anyway. Because for whatever reason, they want us believing in this specific form of UAP and none of the other things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They say that they got bodies and all kind of crazy shit like that. That we got people like what's her name? Anna Paulina Luna or some shit. She's a senator, congresswoman, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, talking about she's seen shit in skiffs, which are little private disclosure spaces, essentially, where people are allowed to go in and see classified shit, and anything they see in there can't leave the skiff. Blah blah blah, all that type shit.
Yeah.
That made her convinced that they were interdimensional beings and shit. Right?
100%.
We got people saying they seeing for real bodies. So for me personally, I'm not gonna get excited about any of this shit until that's what they start disclosing. They really
Right.
got some shit like that. Let me see it. I'm okay. I'm ready for that shit. Like this shit, I don't care about this. This gets me feeling like it's a distraction.
Yeah, like this is more so of they want people to start freaking out about, oh my god, look at this. Look, I'm seeing the thing that I've always thought of. I'm
Mm-hmm.
seeing of the thing that's been talked of, all these TV shows, like you go back into like the ancient aliens and everything. I know we
Yep.
brought that up on here. And it's just like you think about it, all that big narrative got built up, and now it's like, wow, they're even acknowledging it now. Whoa, and that's the effect that they're trying to send, right? But that's not what we want at this point. Well, I want to know,
No.
like, do we have recovered technology? Do we have access to the stuff that we're seeing?
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Or even more
Like,
so, like it kind of leads me to believe, and I'll go ahead and pull it up. This might be a good segue for it, right? Um, the idea that our government and governing forces
mhm.
had access to this type of technology via discovery of free means or free energy means and uh what's the word, new folds in physics that we didn't think were possible. Everything from, like I said, unlimited energy to even teleportation type shit, right?
Well,
Now,
yeah, because those things would inherently disprove themselves, aligning with like our Newtonian laws of physics, right?
right. So they go ahead and leak us some fantastical footage that they've caught with their fancy military equipment and all these satellites and stuff that shows
Of doing this
objects breaking
alien level,
physics, right?
yeah,
That kind of gives them, oh, so those down crashes or crashed objects, vehicles that we've been telling you guys about, we reverse engineered it. Now we have this new technology. Y'all gonna start seeing, and it's a
right.
scapegoat. When in reality, they've had this shit all along.
They've always been pushing it. It's
Mm-hmm.
never, yeah,
It's a perfect way for them to be able to drip feed it to us, essentially. Like if
100%.
if they admit, yo, all those counterculture conspiracy theorists over the years that were talking about free energy and 0 point energy and all this shit, they were right. So all that money y'all niggas pay for gas and
Yeah,
electric bills and you know all that shit, y'all didn't
all
really
those
have to be
resources that
paying
we've been
that.
making,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
this whole
so
time.
yeah.
Could have been
So
running it on salt water. You didn't even know.
yeah,
Hydrolysis. I
all
shouldn't say
those
that word. I shouldn't say that word.
yeah,
Let me calm down.
don't
Let me calm down.
hold on.
Let me calm down.
We still young, dog, in life
Yeah,
and
yeah.
in our careers. Not yet.
Type
You
shit.
know,
Type shit.
but
My bad. My bad.
but point being, like that's a perfect scapegoat for it, bro. Give us just enough to be like, okay, yeah, There's for sure shit that breaks physics, but not tell it like, nah, we're not gonna give y'all bodies, and that's what I think this is about. And
100%.
you remember you've heard of Ashton Forbes, right? What do you know about him?
What do I know about him?
What do you know about his theories?
A Twitter post or two.
yeah.
I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that I've been following Ashton Forbes, since way back in the day, like we went to college or something together. But
Facts.
fucking like, I don't like him, but for no reason exactly.
No particular
But
reason,
the
but yeah,
guy's
no,
smart. Guy be
he's
spitting.
he be spitting. So
He's
I know
spitting.
you're familiar with the MH370 flight.
MH370 flight. That is the Malaysia flight, right?
Yeah,
That
Malaysia
disappeared out of
Airlines.
nowhere and had the 3 orbital UAPs, right? Have
Yeah,
this fucking disclosed, like this ain't a file,
that
right?
look
And it suddenly
it look
spawned, like
conspicuously
disappeared.
like some of those UAP releases, by the way. But anyway,
100%. And literally did like, this thing called a Fargate. Definitely not that other thing with the S. That's completely copyrightable. It's called a Fargate, right?
Fargate,
And it just like fucking teleported.
right,
Like the whole footage is clear as day. We have mad amounts of it. They even made a documentary on Netflix, I'm sure. I mean,
right. Y'all
Netflix should
remember?
make any documentary, but you know what I mean?
Y'all remember? It was supposedly three. I mean, not supposedly. Two of the different videos that were leaked that we have were from official like high grade government and military equipment.
And
One
you
was
can't mistake
from
them too. Those
yeah,
are heat signatures.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Those are 3 clear spherical orbs.
indeed.
So what is this, Mister? What's Ashton Forbes saying basically?
So his whole claim is essentially that the government's been covering up their discovery of this technology. I don't know if he goes as far as to call it free energy. He's got some theories and has supported some theories from actual scientists calling it different versions of tech. But
Mm-hmm.
he posits that the same thing that made MH370 disappear, that we have video footage of it doing, is
Yeah.
the same technology that's powering these UAPs that we're seeing from the government. That it's actually our technology, that they've openly used it in not only operations like MH370, which we'll have to go into a little bit more detail on that later on about who was on that flight and why they would want to make that plane disappear for some reason or capture it, if you will. But
I thought it was a civilian flight.
it was.
Okay.
There may or may not have been a few notables on there. That's all.
Okay. You muted.
Oh, my bad. So the idea is essentially that our government and perhaps a few other government partners that we have around the world are in possession of this technology.
Right.
We will have to do a different episode about this at some point in the future that goes into much detail about it, because it's too much for us to cover in one simple pod.
Obviously,
But
if we went down the entire rabbit hole of what quote unquote this technology could be, we're running physics classes. Well,
right,
hypothetical, theoretical, non-theoretical physics, quote unquote. At least that's what the government wants you to think.
right.
Because it's hypothetical because it could be possible, non-theoretical because it's not quote unquote possible, but hypothetically theoretical because it could be the aliens that did it, right? Because that's what they're trying to tell us.
Right.
You see
That's
what I'm saying? You
exactly
see what
it.
I'm saying?
Yeah. So that's how this all ties in together. And I kind of agree with him. I think that realistically, we've had this kind of technology for a long time. It's probably tied into how the universe works, as we've discussed in person and other episodes vaguely.
Absolutely.
And I think our ancients here knew about that. I think that's what the big cover up is with this whole UAP phenomenon. And that doesn't mean that I don't think they're out there or that they've even visited, blah, blah, blah. But
Right.
I think it would be foolish to accept the narrative that they're trying to put forth to us right now. They want us to believe this for a reason, and this is what makes the most sense right now.
100%. And you could also say too, because like it could be the way that they've pulled it.
What
Like
do you mean?
humans don't, no
Yeah,
one's cares right now.
that's it. That's it.
No one gives a shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost the perfect segue to like, oh, well, if we just say it's alien tech, this is where we learned it from. Haha, we fixed all this. Then also whatever the shadow government, quote unquote, right? Which at some point we're gonna do a whole episode about just the rungs.
Yeah.
Go into that a whole different day. But like, so the shadow government would be the ones to put into place like this is the fix, which enters in the next stage
Yep.
of, if you know anything about game theory, that's the next stage.
Yeah. Which a lot of people have been theorizing is coming in different names for years. The New World Order, Illuminati, and recently the World Economic Forum.
Yo,
But yeah, the idea is a globalized, unified society that essentially adheres to what many people would consider a soft dictatorship in the form of what many of us know as dystopia, what they would
dystopian shit. That's
label
exactly what I was
as
about to say.
utopia, but
Yes.
what is in fact dystopia. And so that's the ultimate goal right now. This is all a part of it. And
Saw a clip from Idiocracy the other day of the girl screaming at the vending machine for big bag of fucking fries. And she got paid and the box came out, it was empty, and she was like, I just want my food. And the AI was like, would you like to purchase another order of big fucking fries?
yep.
And it's just like, oh my god.
If that ain't the society that we already live in, like
I
we
remember one
have
time I went to a drive-through, not too like pretty recently, not to cut you off, sorry brother,
no,
but
you're good.
and I had my entire order taken. I came up to the window and they responded with, did the AI take your order? And it was like, the fuck do you mean you don't know that?
Right? How you don't know?
Because like there's no correspondence with that.
Yeah,
And like they had my order, so something took it.
yeah,
You know what I mean? That was like, okay, that's because it cut out. It's like, well, there's no human input there.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. I mean, that's where we're headed. We've seen that implemented with McDonald's was the first and bravest one to do it with the digital fucking order screens inside of the restaurants and stuff.
Yeah.
And it if we're being honest, from a dollars and cents perspective, they they wouldn't be wrong financial, like business wise, fiscally. It wouldn't be wrong of them to fully automate as much as they can. So
Yeah.
why haven't they already done that?
And I also don't necessarily see a problem. Like, so with the display ones that you were talking about,
Mhm.
I like that because you get to pick out everything. So you can't say you ordered wrong or like your order came back. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like it can be come back, but there's no misunderstanding. It's not like, oh, I didn't hear him say that. It's like, no, I specifically clicked for 3 cups of sauce. I would like my 3 cups of sauce. You know what I mean?
Right.
Right. So I like that aspect. But when it comes to the audio voice detection, I'm not saying it's not crazy because voice detection is 100% crazy nowadays.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I still feel like there's enough room for error that would get frustrating.
It's not even about the touchscreen being bad. It's the idea of, like you said, the separation between the human and the product.
Right.
And that seems like a good thing on the surface, and it will be marketed as such.
Mhm.
Like it saves essentially everybody money. Like if theoretically in a well-running capitalist society, we'll just use McDonald's as an example. McDonald's gets to cut back a huge chunk of its expenses by eliminating, with the technology they have available to them.
Mhm.
Fuck, like I don't even want to throw a percentage out there, but a huge portion just by eliminating shit 60-70% of their workforce. All you essentially need there is a couple humans to check on the machines and make sure everything's running right, that don't nobody fucking rob the spot or anything, and boom, you're saving. If you implement that on a national scale or a corporate
Global.
down, like, yeah, global downscale,
Mhm.
then it theoretically enables them to not only garner record profit margins, which makes the shareholders happy. It makes the stock go up, theoretically, more valuable. Everybody wins from
100%.
a corporate stand position. And they would still be able to lower prices. So we win, right?
Yeah.
Theoretically. The problem is that the amount of people that get laid off in that situation, and if other people follow suit, and we have the tech right now where, nigga, they could even have burger flippers that are
Mhm.
automated, fully automated.
Yeah.
So like we don't like that takes away kitchen crew jobs and all that. You implement that at every level, the factory level. Like they could like we got self-driving cars. Why we couldn't have a self-driving picker that
Yeah.
drive through U.S. foods and does the same job that they pay right now? What 150, 200 people to do? Good money too. You know what I mean? Now they just got to do an upfront investment in a little bit of AI tech and some high grade robots that can handle it.
Mhm.
Record profits for years.
True.
Without
True.
any, they don't have to worry about not just the salaries, bro, the all the benefits that come with it, the 401ks, the retirements, the all that, but the insurance as well. You ain't like it's robot insurance. It's not human life insurance or hospital bill insurance. You know what I mean? You just replace the
Yeah.
robot, like easy. So we could be in a situation, and that's why I was saying what I was saying earlier. Like, what? Why haven't they yet? It's because it would literally flip this society that we live in right now on its head.
Yeah.
But if there's, some excuse, hey, these aliens came here, we fucked them up a little bit, got some tech from them that's changing the game. Now we got free energy. All those data centers that we're building for the AI and everything like
That
that,
everybody's against. Suddenly,
we,
it's
we
like
got
we have
unlimited
these.
power for it now.
Yeah.
So if y'all chill the fuck out, let us build this shit up. We gonna live in utopia, bro. Don't nobody have to work. We'll be able to, have the robots do everything for us, and we'll be able to pay y'all whatever you need.
We'll
You don't have to
return to the
own
point of
cars and shit
Rome
because we gonna
where
have
the only
robot
thing.
cars for you. It's gonna
Yeah.
be like iRobot style society, but without the iRobots. That's not
Yeah.
coming just yet. They trying though. They trying with Robot Grok over there, whatever Tesla
Yeah.
robot is called, all that shit.
Tesla bot.
Yeah, Tesla bot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, which has just astonishingly increased. I remember, like, just for a point of reference, like Kai's not Mafia Phone 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was like he had the little robot.
Oh yeah,
He had the just like the regular ass like little I had wheels and shit. Like he could walk, but he really couldn't walk. But now it's like, nah, Tesla bot is iRobot. Like it is literally like almost to the point of one of those robots.
real. And
The
then we
only thing
got
that's missing is
the
the
Boston
opposability
Dynamics
of an
robots.
80s action figure.
Nah, that's see, look, that's where we got the Boston Dynamic robots for, bro. They've been cooking for years. These are the dudes who made the robot dance videos and all that shit, right? They're all choreographed. They're robots shitting on Tesla bots, bro. Shitting on them. Because they got actual function and utility. And they have that kind of mobility. So we got private entities outside of the real popular ones like Grok and all that are out here just doing work in that field, bro. Oh no. Is that them roasting Grok? I don't know.
Could be.
I think they roasting every other robot except for theirs. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
because you
anyway,
just fucking squatted a mini fridge
you know,
and acquired that man a drink. Like, you know what I mean?
handled it.
I'm damn proud of that robot right now. I'm like, God, golly.
My man's a G. So,
Back to the what is this?
there's some other shit to happen, man. It's a busy
Where does this
week.
take place?
This specific video took place in Austin, Texas, right?
Austin, Texas. Okay.
And inside of this thread, if I remember correctly, it was a lot of Aurora display, which is great. We love Aurora display. But there was another one that I saw that was a nice little summary of it. Had some other videos. So these are mainly videos that happened in Texas. But similar events have happened in like Ohio and different places over the last couple of months. Heh. and it kind of got me and you talking about our atmosphere, our solar system. You know, what's been going
Indeed,
on with
yeah.
it?
All
So,
these
y-
anomalies.
all these interesting anomalies.
And
Um,
not the Masters of the Universe thing that went on in LA.
yeah, no,
Don't worry, your fucking Skeletor is not invading the US yet.
yeah,
The chances of the US getting invaded by Skeletor are not high, but never zero.
which
Apparently never zero.
never
Apparently.
zero, bro, never zero.
Which we'll show that later. We'll show that later after this.
I mean,
But this
we got cat
is
girl aliens, so you
type shit. You see what I'm saying? We got
but
Cat Girl Alien, so we can have that. But this right here is what I would say that feeling of seeing that drone show, right? Gave me, but like on what the fuck is going on. You
yeah,
know what I mean? Because like you see Horizons, but like the whole arc with the rainbow and the way the light fixates.
mm-hmm. And those colors, man, those colors are indicative of, as you see,
Oh, auroras, right? Aurora
yeah.
borealises.
And as this gentleman M&A Hunter, the bio MA Hunter, whoever the hell that is, shout out to you.
Mm-hmm.
These aren't super positive signs if you really understand what that is going on up there. Because this is interactions with our let's call it solar system plasma shield and the plasma out in space, whether it's coming
Yeah.
from the sun or wherever. Um, it's pretty much powered by our magnetosphere, which
Magnosphere.
shout out to at some weatherman, space weatherman, our guy,
Space Weatherman.
suspicious observers YouTube, very fantastic information. It it's weakening really rapidly. Now, not like day after tomorrow, it's gonna happen tomorrow type shit, but like the actual scientific data is showing a weakening of concern, and it is accelerating. And that, you know, that kind of leads us to a discussion that we'll have to have with you guys a little bit later on about what I particularly think is the grand conspiracy that they in control are keeping from us, which is some form of cyclical cataclysm involving our weakening magnetosphere, pole flips, and or solar micronova outbursts.
Yeah. Stuff that's been looked into and discussed, but not necessarily like, hey, we're on the track of what we've literally researched and said has happened before.
Right. And that we
And it's
have
like,
record of.
like,
So I don't know if you're a conspiracy head, which you probably are watching this type of podcast, fucking with us. You know that the theys of the world, the elites have been building their bunkers and doing all they can to protect themselves. We got our boy Elon in a hurry to get us up off of Earth and into Mars and the moon and stuff like that, which I don't think is gonna help. I think our
yeah.
predecessors survived underground, but you know, I think it's something that we need to go deep on a little bit later on for y'all.
Yeah,
At
'cause I
least
feel like
put
we
y'all
brought
up on.
up we brought up Walking Man before.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We brought up Walking Man. We've gone over it before and everything. And then like
Hmm.
just to furthermore like state that like everyone's building a bunker. Has anyone like noticed the caliber of what the ballroom is?
Yeah.
Like the ballroom is a full-on tier Fallout shelter.
Yep.
You know
Full
what I mean?
on war fortress like survival type shit.
Medical bay research facility at the works, right? And obviously with the shooting everything, we're overlooking it. I don't even think we want to give that shit the daylight
No.
because it's so right as they were talking about the fallout with the Iran plans and everything like that. Suddenly, yeah, there's another shooting. Great, cool.
Another
Reinforce the idea
shooting.
that she needs your goddamn ballroom again. Cool, dude.
Yep.
Fucking Jesus Christ.
And
Um,
the reported Ivanka Trump green lighting from Iran.
yeah.
Like those are the current events.
because of course, because when Ivanka went and did her whole little stand up when she said all that stuff, or was that Melania Trump? Which one?
Oh God, I think that was Melania.
Yeah, Melania Trump when they did that, and now Ivanka was like, yeah, okay, sure,
Hmm.
done.
But
Set another
anyway,
ship, I guess. Anyways, yeah,
we don't want to waste too much time on that. That y'all know what happened. If you don't, good. I mean, you're not paying attention to that shit. Which you shouldn't, because it's all theater at this point. However, there was something interesting involving our guy Trump and potentially the war in Iran and
yeah,
our Middle Eastern conflict that we got going on. So you remember I told you about this shit last night, right?
yeah, you did,
Okay. So
and
like
still have not seen anything about it. Yeah,
I haven't seen anything about it either. I'm gonna just share with y'all what happened, chat, because that's really the best thing to do. Uh this gentleman right here. And did I send you the screenshot on Discord?
you sent me the screenshot on Discord. Yeah.
Okay, excellent. Excellent.
Now this is crazy. What you're looking at here right now, chat, is a civil, like not a civilian, but just a normal person's Twitter right now.
Yep.
Like been using this Twitter account for years. This is him. This is This is some crazy stuff.
Do you want to actually never mind, this would be a great way to be able to do it. Pull it up on Discord over here. And then I can bring it back. But yeah, so this guy right here is a Royal Danish Air Force officer. Not anybody of note. I mean, he's not
Not saying
not to
that he's
diminish
not.
him, not saying he's a nobody, you know, shit, but he's like not
He's
a
some shit.
famous social person or anything. He's only got 747 followers. He's following
Yep.
a significant amount, so he's like a user of Twitter. He's not like a content creator on Twitter. No blue check mark,
100%.
any of that kind of shit. As you can see on his profile, it's basically just shit that an Air Force guy would post, except a little bit cooler. He's actually got video from him in the cockpit and shit like that, flying.
Doing flights.
Um, he does have opinions about Iran.
He does.
He does think we should just keep bombing them until they agree to our demands. He has flown missions with our B-52 bombers.
Yes.
So
He's
this is a guy.
your stipulated like right wing, like he wants this over and done with. He thinks it needs to be done by force, all that stuff. One might even say not loose cannony, right? Not to discredit him or nothing. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because obviously he's a troop. We love our troops, support our troops, but feels righteous enough in something to, how do you say, slip up.
Mm-hmm. And so that's kind of what happened. Let me throw this image on the screen for y'all.
Going through his page, he describes about how he does flights in and flights out for like B-2 bombers and everything, and he works in the Air Force. Which country does he work for?
Ooh, what was it? What is that? Is that Swedish? Danish? Danish. Yeah. Danish.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The other night, he came and sent me the screenshot that he's currently pulling up for you guys. There's an issue with the screenshot, and it is that
Put this
you
up on
can't
the
find this
screen.
post anymore.
Yeah. You shrink this down to the right size for y'all.
And what, this was during the same day as the disclosure day, too.
Mm-hmm.
The same day that they told the entire United States about aliens. This pilot made a flight. A long night flight.
Yep. I clicked on this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was, let me see. It was sitting at about 100,000 views at the point when I
Mm-hmm.
saw it. And it says, as you can clearly see, about 30 minutes ago, we were told to knock it off and RTB for fuel, for full fuel. So return to base, load the wings, and get some food in our bellies. Something is up and looks like a long night. Say a few prayers for us in the air and folks on the ground. And it's a picture from the cockpit of his plane. He's out flying around, got his crewmate with him and shit, the other plane, all that. The weird, interesting caveat about this is, as our boy Doc Kev said, like that no longer exists on his page. I'm gonna go ahead and take this screenshot and bring y'all back to the Twitter. And y'all can clearly see that this post on his page, not here no more. We thoroughly went through and looked for it last night when we discussed it. It's not in the replies type shit. The videos of him in the plane, his 2 cents on the situation, all that's still there. Him with the B-52s. But that specific tweet talking about, yo, command just told me I'm in for a long night type shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's gone. Inaccessible doesn't exist. So I think that's probably the last thing we want to leave y'all with. At least in regards to serious information. Don't know what the fuck that means.
Yeah, not at all. We couldn't find a single thing about it.
Didn't see anything on the news, didn't see nothing.
Events, no known like what the flight was about. He does have a post from the night after, right, saying that it was like a whole long night and stuff like that, but nothing about like what occurred, what he actually did on it. There was no further information on it, and it was just as if it got told, shut your mouth. You know what I mean? Like, take it off.
That wasn't something we were supposed to see. So who knows? Keep your eyes open for news of some crazy shit that went down, a bombing run or some shit or whatever.
And remember, they'll change the media, so record it.
Yeah. Always be vigilant. When you see something big like that, take a screenshot, record it, do what you can.
Yeah. Yeah, see?
Mm-hmm.
You never know. You never
know,
bro.
I don't like that. Before we go, do we want to try and show these people the fantastic display that we saw of drone technology? And
oh yeah, we gotta show this off because this is just crazy demonstration of what's possible right now with drones and the technology that they tell us we have. Everybody watching right now, if you didn't hear, there was a huge drone display, a world record setting drone display in LA, right? Los Angeles?
I believe it was,
California.
Yeah. Yep. And it was
for the Masters of the Universe.
Yeah.
This is literally Skeletor right here. This is
Let's see here. Yeah, we got audio. Okay. Oh yeah. I just had my volume on. I didn't want to give everybody an echo.
True.
But look at this shit. So there was a whole display. This is just a short clip. We saw multiple different angles of it and everything like that. So if you haven't seen it, go out and check it out. Beware. Be on the lookout. This is for sure.
This is what they can do right now. Okay. This is Kate. Look the words in the sky. Imagine just being a regular viewer, like someone who's so out of the loop, and you just look up and you're seeing this shit go on.
Right.
You'd believe in whatever they told you to believe after that.
You know what I'm saying? So, and this is promotion for a movie, guys.
Yeah, this is just for a movie.
This is just some Hollywood shit. and with that, just be wary out here, folks.
Oh yeah.
These
Be aware, stay
UFO
vigilant.
UFO files, UAP files, they are not what they seem. It's a distraction. Also, tune in for the first episode of our actual YouTube show that we're dropping.
Yes.
Mhm. Not gonna go into it too much right here, but we finna take y'all to the Shadowlands.
Yeah.
So be ready for that.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Also, we have social medias live on everything. You can follow us on all sources. We will have links in all of our bio. New Twitter page, Facebook page. We have a website you can go and view. We have the YouTube channel where we're posting our previous VODs. So if you want to see those past exchanges and pique your curiosity with those, feel free to go and check those out.
yes, sir.
Man, yeah, we got a lot of things in works. We've been doing a lot of work in the background. We're getting stuff set up for you guys because we appreciate everybody who comes here and watches us. You know, especially the ones who view us after stream. We love seeing. We've been getting about 30 to 40 views. We appreciate it all.
Yeah.
So everybody who comes in and checks us out, you know, thank you for chilling with us and learning about things.
Yeah, we appreciate it, man. We glad there's more curious minds out there.
100%. 100%.
With that, stay curious, y'all. We'll catch y'all next time.
Peace.
Peace.